front of Hudson's Bay, and there's a lot of people who are just lined up here. They're trying to get out of the parking lot. They're not moving. Fire trucks are here as well. I don't think it happened near this entrance. I'm talking to a bunch of people who work at Hudson's Bay. You're not on camera right now. Could you tell me what you saw, what you heard?
Yeah, we were honestly in our lunch. We were just at the food court. We were sitting just over near the pickle barrel, which is a distance away, and we heard the alarms going off. There was lots of people running. It was unusual. We normally hear sometimes fire alarms go off, but we could tell something was different because people were running. People looked nervous. Everyone was running to the exits. When we got into the bay, we were being evacuated. Yeah, all our managers. There was already when we got out here, then fire was coming. There was just lots of like nervousness and emotion. So we knew as soon as we got out here that something definitely had gone on. Yeah.
Who told you to leave? Who told you to do all that?
There was our managers at the bay. I guess they had got word, but there's our security, mall security, that we should be leaving. So all of our associates knew over our like headset system that we should be leaving. Once we got outside, that's when I said, yeah, like fire started to come. That was right after. So being out here, that's when we started to see other people come out saying they heard shootings in other places, like young shootings. It's just crazy. Yeah.
Okay, but you didn't see anything. You didn't
I
hear.
didn't know. I was farther away from it by the time it would have happened.
And you guys all work in the bay.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Are you being told when you might be able to go back in? Are you done for the day? What's happening?
We heard nothing yet. Like for me, I'm supposed to be here till 6:15. We have no idea what time, what's gonna happen.
You're the Indigo store.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
I think it was near the Indigo store, right?
How did you hear that?
I heard it just around here.
Okay, so that's basically
In that area, like I had heard food court, heard lots of different things. Maybe movie theater. I think it was a food court. We haven't heard anything of what's gonna happen now after. I guess they just still are trying to figure out and keep everyone safe. So.
okay. Thank you very much, you guys. Okay, so Nathan, let me just. I mean, it's you can see it's busy out here, and I think we're the other side of the mall where these people they work at the Hudson's Bay, so they didn't hear much based on what I'm hearing from the people I'm talking to. So we're gonna try to make our way around to the other side, perhaps closer to where the scene happened. But what we do know from police, they were called here just after 3 o'clock. Police have tweeted out they're looking for a number of suspects. They are looking for one, for example, they tweeted this out. A male, 20 years old, black jacket, hoodie, blue jeans. Another male, skinny, 5'9", black handgun. And we know from police that there are no injuries being reported right now, but we're going to try to get a more solid grip on what's happening here. This did just happen, just a half an hour ago. So, Nathan, I'm walking right now towards the other side of the mall. But again, all these people are outside of the mall. They're trying to get out. No one's really leaving the parking lot either. And I'll see if I can talk to more people who are here to see if they've heard or seen anything. If you just give me a second. Hi guys, we're with CP24. Did you guys hear or see anything that happened?
No, we actually showed up right where people were starting to exit. So.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Nathan, I am continuing to walk to the other side. So again, we are at Yorkdale Mall. It's a very busy time of day right now. It's kids are still off school. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. Maybe doing some back to school shopping. And we just seen a lot of people just waiting out here. Guys, we're CP24. Did you guys see or hear anything that might have happened inside?
No.
You're just asked to leave and
We saw some people running into the store, so we went into the store with them, and then we left the building after that.
which store were you at?
For 21.
And there was nothing happening in that
We
area.
didn't hear anything, we just saw people running, so we went with them.
Started running into the store looking for their kids, and then someone came on like the announcement and said that there was going to be a fire evacuation possibly, and then I just started asking people to leave to the nearest exit.
Okay, so as far as you know, you think you at the time thought it was fires.
Yeah.
But have you heard it? You haven't heard anything since?
We had
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, so Nathan, information's at a premium right now. A lot of police officers here. We got fire here as well, and
I don't know
people.
what's going on in Toronto, man,
are
but
not really knowing.
everything just seems like it's just going crazy again.
Police do say that
All
they're
these shooting,
looking for a
all
number of
these
suspects.
stabbing, all these
They are
people
saying
dying, man. Gosh.
Investigators are here. That they came here after 3 o'clock after reports of gunshots to this area. And officers, according to police, have confirmed confirmed a discharge, this is their words, in the area.
Gunshot in a mall where there's so much people. Why don't you carry across this outer road or carry go somewhere bush where there's you and whosoever you got problems with?
They just told you to leave.
So we came to the restaurant outside.
Yeah, and where were you?
We were inside Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Nathan, why don't I send it back to you for now while I continue to try to gather some more information. We'll bring you some more pictures from here while I send it back to you.
All right, well, stuck inside the Yorkdale Mall after shots rang out. A lot of panic and worry earlier, but everyone calm. And hearing this happened at the Starbucks location. He also tweeted, "Cannot talk comfortably right now. We're cramped in a corner," as you can see. And again, this picture posted by the user Don Data there. People are calm and shop attendants are offering people water, which is great. For it's getting hot and stuffy in here. So this is an example really of people, going for shelter, going for places that are out of the eye of a potential shooter again, which of course has been confirmed inside Yorkdale Mall that at least one shot rang out earlier today. There's also been some Snapchat video that has been posted as well to social media. This is really the outside, as you can see, of the mall. People were sort of leaving the mall as an evacuation order has been issued on the basis of the shooting that happened inside there. And we've also, of course, been showing our viewers from Chopper 24 the shots there of people who were really piling out onto the sidewalks, Carmen Wong trying to speak to several of them there. Of course, we understand there was more than one Starbucks location inside Yorkdale as well, so narrowing down the exact area. We can't do that just at this point, but of course we can tell you, according to the latest tweet from Toronto Police Operations, that again, no injuries, but again, they have put out descriptions of a couple of suspects. Again, people in the mall also tweeting their concerns and panic about the situation, saying they're locked in different stores, and just like Don Data said, people sort of cramped in a corridor. Once again, live pictures from Chopper 24 over the parking lot at Yorkdale Mall there. You can see the parking lot is extremely full, as Carmen was saying, as we were mentioning when we chatted with Chris Lewis, our public safety analyst. It's back to school shopping time right now. This is peak back to school shopping time, so this would be a very busy afternoon.
Find them, process them, and get rid of them, man. Gosh, man.
Gang shooting. But again,
And it's all over, everywhere in the world, everywhere, every neighborhood, these crosses.
Staff Sergeant Frank Partridge from 32 Division a short time ago, who suggested that perhaps in about half an hour's time he would be able to get us some more information, and we are ticking closer to that time as well, so he'll be able to get a better sense from the officers who've responded to this call. And as you can imagine, there are plenty of them. Of course, evacuating them all is one thing, but making sure it is safe is going to be a lengthy process. You're going to have to go store to store to store. You got washrooms in there, you got different facilities, restaurants, etc. So all kinds of places where police need to check. And Chris Lewis also mentioning to us that it's likely police were very quickly able to get some surveillance video where they would have been able to get a general idea at least of where the shots were fired, and to get the look at that video, and that perhaps is how they've been able to get us these really brief initial descriptions of the suspects. Again, one a male, black in his 20s, wearing a black hooded jacket and blue jeans, and the second a male, mixed as it says on this tweet, in his 20s, skinny, about 5'9". This is the suspect carrying a black handgun. Again, the emphasis here, though, no injuries reported, and police again asking for witnesses to call 808-3200. That, of course, is 32 Division. So police doing whatever they can to try to get more information about who's behind this, trying to, of course, apprehend and arrest those people, and, of course, try to keep the thousands of people who are inside and have now poured outside of the Yorkdale Mall safe, Nathan. So certainly a lot to keep in mind. Again, our newsroom is working on getting as many different pieces of this puzzle confirmed and getting that latest information out to the viewers as well. But you can see here, again, just a live shot outside Yorkdale Mall right now. Hundreds of people waiting outside, wondering again what's happening. You can even hear in those comments Carmen was getting that some people didn't even know what was going on. All they knew was they needed to get out. And they certainly, again, did need to get out. So Nathan, in the meantime, I'll send it back over to you right now.
And Nick, I just want you to just touch on one thing. When you talked to police earlier, they did say that typically you do have a police presence. I mean, you've been to Yorkdale before, so you know there's security guards, and there should have been a small, at least, police presence in there, a primary response.
Yeah, that's right. You've got the officers who are probably, close by, the way, police do deploy their resources across the city. But you can see here, and Chris Lewis also mentioned, that this would likely not just be an all-call for 32 Division, but this would be a situation where you'd be calling in for backup. I mean, the amount of work that's now involved in taking witness statements and taking, people's names in case people again have, just sort of dashed out of the mall so quickly that they had to leave their belongings behind. You've got to sort of try to categorize that and how soon can you get people back into the mall. I mean, there's a commerce angle to this, but public safety is the priority, and the investigation and arresting whoever it was who opened fire in there. So, as Chris Lewis really said, this is an enormous, to use the term, multifaceted and multi-layered investigation right now. And again, you can see these people waiting and wondering what's going to be happening here. And Chris Lewis, Nathan, really
People,
referred to me saying,
we
this
have
is going to be
2% chance
here,
of making it
the
back
wait
into
for
our house
anybody
when we
to
leave.
get back inside, because it's going to take so
Anytime
long
we
to
leave
get
home and
yourself
head out of the
away
street,
from
there's a
everything.
2%, only 2% chance of making it back, because you got crosses and people like these out of the street come with them sickness.
At this point, but our
Gosh, man.
customers cannot enter the mall once they've gotten off the train. What are you hearing now?
Nathan, so we're still making our way around. We're about a quarter way around the mall. I've just got people who were inside at the time. Did you guys see or hear anything that happened?
We just heard screaming. We thought it was a joke, and I saw two little girls crying. I asked them what happened. They said, we don't know, just something happened. Everyone started running. So then we're like, all right, we gotta close down, get everyone out.
Once we assumed that something was going on, once we assumed something was going on in the mall, we looked for security, looked for someone to give us some sort of answers, but we just immediately made sure everyone got out.
Okay, and you guys were in the movie theater at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were on our
People
shit.
were watching the movies. You had to get them out of dark theaters and
Yeah.
Well, we turned on the lights, everything was okay, yeah, everything was good.
Yeah.
Some people got stuck inside though. They're all in lockdown. Most of our workers were downstairs in the lockdown, so they just stayed there. But we heard the gunshots, and we thought, and then that's when we knew it's like, oh, it's serious. We need to get out of here.
you heard gunshots.
Yeah, it's just one giant one. In the beginning, we
One
just kept
giant
thinking
one.
That, like, this happens all the time. So, but then
What
we
kind
started
of gun
running,
that
so
is?
it's like, all right, serious, let's get out of here. But then some of our employees were stuck inside, so they were just hiding in the basement. But now they're out. We're just.
So you think all your employees are out now, or some are still in there?
Because there's 3 Starbucks, and I work at Starbucks. We all called. Some of them were stuck inside, and they were on lockdown, but now they're all out.
And you had heard it happened near the Starbucks.
Yeah, it's at the subway. So it's like all the way in the back.
Okay.
Near the Uniqlo, the Muji. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Were you guys inside? Did you guys hear anything?
I was in the theaters and they just told me to get out straight away.
Yeah. Were you scared? Did you think something was happening?
No, I thought it was just a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I just ran out. But
Okay. Thank you. Guys, anyone here see or hear anything inside?
No.
I know something.
What do you know?
I know that in the shooting that it happened in the subway. That they shoot once or twice inside.
How do you know that?
And I was asking some people to know that they knew what happened, and I was just collecting information to know what exactly happened.
Okay.
I really didn't know.
So could I ask you guys? Did you guys? We're on TV24. Did you guys hear or see anything inside? Were you inside at the time?
All I heard was there were gunshots by Starbucks, the newer Starbucks, and the people in the store that I was in took us all in the back room, locked us down, and were phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
And then how did you make your way out here?
Police came to the door and escorted us out.
And did they tell you what was happening?
They just said we'd be safe if we come outside. They didn't tell us what was happening.
Okay. How's everyone feel? How are you feeling inside when you had to be locked down and then coming back out?
You know what? The fact that I was in a back room and the store was locked down, I was fine. I was actually okay. I'm freaking out inside, but I was fine. Yeah. Scary, but you know what? The kids I was in Little Burgundy, they were phenomenal.
Okay, good. Good to hear. Were you inside at the time then?
I was in H&M,
Yeah.
and they told us it was fire and was evacuating us to the second floor, which really made no sense to me. But managers were immediately closing and locking the doors at the front, and they were pushing us upstairs to the back. And I thought, if this is a true fire, how are they really evacuating us from a second floor? So they did not indicate at all that it was at all any kind of gunshot or anything. But I was really surprised that mall security is not telling people people go in your cars, stay away, not getting in your cars, leaving, because this way you're blocking the exits for emergency vehicles to come. So in a way, I just felt that mall security wasn't up to snuff in really dealing with this as well as they should have.
What was it like inside? Were people calm generally? Were they panicked?
The exit that I was going at, people were not running, they were walking quickly. Again, security should have been there at the exits, telling people with megaphones, you know, just keep walking quickly to the exit, just keep walking quickly. There was no one there.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so Nathan, I'm getting a better sense now from some of the people here. They're a little bit closer to where they think it might have happened, and that's where we're going to continue to make our way. But again, this all happened at Yorkdale Mall. That's where we are right now, just after 3 o'clock this afternoon. Police came to this mall because of reports of the sound of gunshots. Officers confirmed that there was a discharge in the area. They then evacuated the mall. When I got here, in fact, when I'm looking right now, I can still.
I just heard like I thought it was something dropping, and then I just heard gunshots, and I started running to the back, and a bunch of people ran into our store. People got trampled, and yeah, we were all stuck in the back. Everyone's panicking, and we couldn't find our way out.
How many gunshots do you think you heard?
I would say about like more than 5.
What?
Yeah, that's what I knew it was like.
Okay. Everybody else them hear one. She said she hear more than 5.
Yes, for sure.
But you know, people sometimes, people just exaggerate on things sometimes, they probably hear 2 and say it's 3 and hear 3 and say it's 6. Well, who to tell, But it's just obvious. So now we that she hear 5 but everybody else hear 1 or don't really hear anything.
Yeah, they're trying to calm everybody down.
Thank you. Hi. Hi, talk to your son. Thank you. Okay, so Nathan, I'm gonna continue to make my way around here. It's really busy at this exit. Where did it happen?
It happened basically in the area of Starbucks and Nadej. We were at the Arc'teryx store, and that's when what we heard what sounded like 2 gunshots. Although when we heard that, everybody started scrambling, and we were looking for somewhere to go, and the only thing we could think of was to get to the back of the store. We about 14 of us got holed up in the back room of the store. We locked the doors, at which point we tried to get a hold of the police. I was on the phone with the police. It took a considerable amount of time to get through. No doubt that there was a lot of people calling. I was on the phone with them, gave them details as to how many people were in the room, what had happened, and waiting for instructions. The police then came to get us out of the room, guns drawn, and it was something that I'm not really used to seeing in Toronto.
How did you feel in that situation?
Not only how I felt, but everybody was very scared. It was surreal at first, and I think people thought it might not have been what it was, and I was very sure that those were gunshots, and it happened right beside us, and I was lucky to convince everybody to stay in until we waited for instructions from police, and we did. We were escorted out.
So, were people running away from the? Did you see anybody running? Did you see people? What were they doing?
Everybody was running, and I can tell you that my face, as soon as the gunshots happened, turned to the back of the store to get away from what was happening as fast as possible, and so did everybody in the store. We all converged into the back of the store. Okay.
Why is that, sir?
Sorry, I don't have a camera.
Okay.
Alright, you have no authorization right now to be on the property. You can reach out to TPS, right?
I can start?
You can reach out to Toronto Police if you'd like to report.
Okay, is everyone else being asked to leave? All the other media that are here?
Right now. I'm doing it right now, okay? Thank you very much.
Okay.